ukulele, where does the ukulele come from? Originally, right. It's derived from Portuguese instruments, and the actual ukulele itself is from which state?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, right? And you notice I call it ukulele. Is that the way you say it?
No.
How do you say it?
Ukulele.
Ukulele. Well, let me tell you, if you were in Hawaii, you would say ukulele, because it's a Hawaiian word. And who can tell me what ukulele means in English? It's a Hawaiian word. What do you think? You guys already know. Don't look. What do you think it could mean in English? What's it look like? People often say a little guitar. Or if you listen to the sound, people go, happy, right? What it really means is jumping flea. Huh?
That's a funny name.
That is kind of crazy. And you know why they called it that? Because when the Portuguese did come over to Hawaii and they worked hard all day and they sit around the campfire at night, they played songs on their instruments and their fingers moved so quickly up on the strings. It was like a little bug jumping up and down on the string.
Ooh.
Yeah. So jumping flea, ukulele means jumping flea. A couple other Hawaiian words. Do you know what? Do you know how to say hello in Hawaiian?
Aloha.
Aloha.
You know how to say goodbye in Hawaiian?
Aloha.
Aloha. That's right. What about if someone does something nice for you? You would say.
Gracias.
No, that's
You'd say that in Spanish. Absolutely. Or
Mahalo.
grazia in Italian. Right.
Mahalo.
Mahalo in Hawaiian, right? And like I said, the ukulele community is like a big family. Do you know what the word is for family in Hawaiian? Anyone that's watched Lilo and Stitch? Ohana, right? Right. So we are a new ukulele ohana right here, all right? And I hope when we're all done at the end of the thing, you'll say, mahalo for introducing me to the ukulele. So a couple things. First off, when I say ready, I don't want any strumming or talking, just so I can teach you a little easier. This guy's trouble right here, but we'll try to keep him in line, okay? But so let's talk about the ukulele real quickly. Do any of you play guitar? I think you play guitar, don't you? Supposedly. But so let's go over the parts of the ukulele real quick. There we go. I like to say the ukulele is kind of like a little baby, a little person. It's got a body. It's got a head. What does it have in between the body and the head?
Neck.
A neck. Right.
A very long one.
What's that?
A very long one.
A long, yeah, it's like the giraffe of babies, isn't it? These are the tuning pegs, which we changed the pitch of the strings. And as I tuned these up before we started, so please don't tune the pegs or it's not going to sound right. The metal bars, does anyone know what these are called? Oh.
Frets.
Frets, there you go. Right. So these are the frets, and we have 4 strings. So most of what we're going to be talking about is the letter name of the strings and what fret we're on when we make chords. So the strings, the one closest to our head, well, first we got to talk about how to hold the ukulele. Everybody here is right-handed, it looks like, right?
No.
Have you played ukulele before? Well, why don't we try it right-handed to start? And then for some reason it feels weird, we can switch it over and play left-handed, but all the chord diagrams will be upside down. But we can figure that out. But since it's new, let's try it right-handed, okay? So what we're gonna do is take our right arm and we're gonna tuck the ukulele right into the crook of our arm. Okay, right in here, the inside of our elbow. There you go. Now, here you go. There you go, like that. There you go. All right? So you should be able to like pretty much just hold it like this, okay? And then our left hand, our strumming hand, we're just gonna keep our thumb on the back of the neck, and then we're gonna learn to play the chords. Now, the reason I like to have you tuck it in here is because when we start strumming, I want you to just strum with your wrist. Just move your wrist, not your whole arm, you know, like Pete Townsend or something, right? They don't know who Pete Townsend is, but just move your wrist, and that gives you a lot more control over your strumming, okay? So, let's see. Oh, I know what I forgot. The names of the strings. So the string closest to our head is called G. And if you can just play that string, it should sound like this. There you go. Yeah, hold it like that. And just pluck that string closest to your head with your thumb for right now. You're going to pluck down on it. There you go. Okay. The next string is C. The next string is E. And the string closest to the floor is the A. So we have G, C, E, A, or as I like to remember it, good children eat apples, or some of you may remember it better with George Clooney eats avocados. You don't like George Clooney? All right, well forget, good children eat apples.
There you go.
So those are our four strings, and so when we talk about playing chords, we're going to talk about where to put our fingers above each. What were these metal bars called again?
Frets.
Frets, and on what letter name for the string. Okay? So let's first get started. Yeah, there's old SpongeBob there. Let's first get started with a strum. Okay? So we won't even try to play a chord yet. So what I want you to do is take your right hand, tuck in your fingers like this, okay? And then what you're gonna do, just watch me for a second. You're gonna just flick your finger over the string, just moving your wrist. See how all I'm doing is moving my wrist and not my whole arm? And I'm hitting it with my nail on my finger. Yeah, so just flick it right across. Yeah. Here we go. Stick it right in here. Watch it here. Watch a minute. Yep, there you go. That's better. And try just to move your wrist if you can. Because the more of your arm you move, the harder it is to control it. So when we go down, we're giving it a little flick with our fingernail. On the way up, we're going to hit the fleshy part, the pad of our index finger. So like this. Here, watch just a second. See that? Down with the fingernail, up with the flesh. So let's try it all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. And try to give it a little more of a flick. Flick that finger. Like there's something on the end of it. I'm not going to say what. Okay, so that's our basic strum. Keep it tucked in there, you go. Okay? So that's our basic strum. And as we go along, we'll get more comfortable with it, of course, right? I mean, what? We've been in here 15 minutes and you're not pros yet? Jeez, come on. Boy, oh boy. So why don't we learn our first chord? Our first chord is going to be the C chord. All right? So if you look, these are chord diagrams, these little boxes. The horizontal lines here are, what do you think those are?
Strings.
The horizontal lines are the frets, right? The vertical lines are
The strings.
the strings. So this is the G. This is, what's after G?
C.
C,
E.
E,
A.
A, right? And the frets are 1, 2, 3. Okay? So the C chord, if we look at that, we're on what fret and on what string where the red dot is? Third fret, what letter name of the string? G, C, E, A. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our left hand and we're going to count up to that third fret. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to use our third finger and we're going to put it on the third fret on the A string. Okay, and the ones I have are going to be on the red dot. So what's your 1, 2, 3? There's your third finger. 1, 2, 3. There's the third fret. There you go. And what you want to do is use your third. The finger we use is important because it's going to help us switch chords. So look, we're in 1, 2, 3 fret, right? So you have finger 1, finger 2, finger 3. So that's the one you're going to want to put there. Okay? Does that make sense? How about you? Oh, you're very good. Okay. So this is the C chord. Now when you play it, you want to touch it with just the tip of your finger. Keep your thumb back here if you can. And it should sound like this. Go ahead, strum it. Are all the strings ringing clear? Good. All right. So let's practice our strum with just that C chord. Ready? I'll count it off. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... So we're going down, up, down, up. Here, let's do this great song I wrote. You ready? I don't know if you've heard it before, but it was like this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Do you guys know I wrote that song? My goodness. All right, well, let's try this one. I wrote this one for sure, but we might recognize the tune. So repeat after me. Ukulele, ukulele, let it play, let it play. We'll have lots of fun, we'll have lots of fun every day. Now sing with me. Here we go. Ukulele, ukulele, let it play, let it play. We'll have lots of fun, we'll have lots of fun It's like we practiced it. I've been in bands where we can't end them together. All right, so that's the C chord. You guys already know the most important chord on the ukulele so far. Okay, so far. So, any questions about that? You guys feel fairly comfortable with that?
Why is it called the C chord if you're holding the A string?
But you're holding the C note. So A, B flat, D, C.
Okay.
Okay. So we can learn it. You guys feel comfortable with that? How are your fingers? Are they starting to feel a little tender? Or?
Yep.
Yeah. So that'll happen when you first start playing because your fingers aren't used to pushing down on the strings. So the way to get past that is to keep playing, and eventually you'll build up calluses on the ends of your fingers. So it'll be a little harder, and it won't hurt, and also it'll make it easier to play the note more cleanly, okay? So that's normal. It'll just take a little bit of playing to get those in shape. Now, chord number 2 we're gonna learn. Ooh, look at that one, the C7th chord. What looks different about that than the C chord? Take a look. Where did we put our fingers for the C chord?
On the third.
On the 3rd fret. Where we put our finger for the C7th chord? First fret, right? Right? So it has a little different sound. Here's the C chord. All nice and happy sounding, right? Here's the C7th chord. It's got a little more kind of bluesy, a little funky sound to it. Okay? Back to the C chord, it's like. C7th is little. Okay? Do you hear that difference in the sound? Yeah, it's a little bit different, isn't it? Let's play a little, and then I'll say C7th. And what finger do you think you're going to use for the C7th chord? Absolutely, right? We use our 3rd finger when we played the C because we were in just above the 3rd fret, but we're just above the 1st fret, so we're going to use our 1st finger for the C7th. Absolutely. So let's start off with the C chord. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. C7. C chord. C7. C chord. C7. Let your hand go all the way through. Let it just, don't try to stop it. C. C7. Better. Okay? Stop on the C. All right. So you hear that difference in the sound. So we're going to do, well, actually 3 songs in a row, a medley of songs.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. With just the C7th chord. Okay? So the first song, I'll just show you a little bit. The first song goes, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, bop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, bop. Ah. The second song goes, my brother bought a coconut, he bought it for a dime. Sister had another one, she paid it for the line. Okay? And the last one is, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. So let's do all 3 of these songs right in a row with just the C7th chord. All right, here we go. Let's get that C7th ready. Strum it once, make sure it sounds good. There you go, first fret on the A string. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do a little bit. Here we go. Oh, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy, pop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy, pop. Ah, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy, pop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy, pop. Ah, pretty good. Well, my brother bought a coconut, he bought it for a dime. Sister had another one, she paid it for the lime. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. Put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. Put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. Put the lime in the coconut, she called the doctor, woke him up, said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. I said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Back to shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, one time through. Oh, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pop. Ah, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pop. Ah. All right. Very good. We all ended again at the same time. I can't believe it. I'm gonna have you guys be my band rather than those other two guys. Speaking of, on whatever day it is, December something,
The last class.
our last class, we're actually also going to have a little holiday sing-along with my trio, the Ukulele Kings. And if we can learn a song or two maybe before that, maybe we can open up for the Ukulele Kings. How about that?
There'll also be free hot chocolate and cookies.
Wow! There you go. What more could you want? Will there be a reindeer?
No.
No.
You used to have a reindeer or something, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, we want. Sounds like a sordid story. That poor reindeer. All right, we won't have the
I
reindeer.
understood the reindeer were already up north preparing for the upcoming holiday. So they
That's
were
right.
available for,
Okay,
It's a busy time.
yeah.
it is. It's a busy time for reindeer. Yes, there's a song in that somewhere.
Uh-huh.
All right. So C7th chord, one finger chords, right? And just playing one chord all the way through. Now, there's not a lot of songs you're just going to be able to play with one chord. So you're going to have to learn other chords to switch back and forth between. And the C7th, I know, who would have thought? The C7th, often you won't use the C7th just by itself either. You'll actually use it as a transition chord sometimes to the next chord we're going to learn, which is the F chord. So, the F chord, it's twice as hard as the C chord. You know why? Because we need to use two fingers, right?
At the same time.
At the same time, I know. It's incredible. So what we're going to do is take our left hand and you guys make the peace sign for me, right? We can all use a little more of that in the world nowadays, for sure, right? So what we're gonna do is take our index finger, and if we look at the F chord, we have right above the first fret, this yellow dot. On what string is that?
E.
E string. So we're gonna take our index finger and we're gonna put it right above the first fret on the E string, which is the second string closest to the floor. There you go. Okay? That's that. Okay? So on my ukuleles, that's a yellow dot. So our middle finger, which is our second finger, we're going to put on the second fret, just above the second fret, on what's that string there?
G.
G string, right? So if you look on the ukuleles I have with the yellow dots, you can put them right on there. If you don't have yellow dots, it's the second fret here, first fret here. Now the tricky part of this is not to touch the other strings. So what you want to do is see how my fingers are arched? And I'm just touching the string with the tip of my finger. So if you take your ukulele and hold it straight out, I know right now we're kind of looking at it a little bit, but the more you can hold it straight out, the easier it'll be to get it to ring cleanly. Put your thumb on the back of the neck, and then you should be able to strum across all four strings. So does each note sound clear?
No.
There, just the tip. Which one are you having? Which one doesn't sound clear? Is one going like,
Yeah.
Second string.
or not there's not a second string.
No, it's not the second string, it's in the second fret. I'm gonna cut
On
off
what
the,
string?
C string.
On the C string?
This fat finger is touching the C string.
And that's a common thing. If the littlest bit of your finger is touching the next string, it's gonna make it go, instead of like this, it's gonna make it go like this. So you have to really work on just playing the note with the tips of your fingers. And it takes a little while, okay? And that's one of the reasons it helps if you hold it straight out, because then your finger doesn't fall back along the string. Like I said, at first, I know we're looking at the fingerboard a lot, right? It's possible you might need to cut those nails a little bit too, right? Are they getting in the way a little bit? Yeah. On your fretting hand, it helps if your nails are short. Okay?
It did before it came.
What's that?
I said it did that before it came.
So let's just do this. And if we don't get it sounding perfect right now, that's okay. But we'll just work on it. So let's practice switching between the F and the C chord. And what I'll do when I play, I know, we're gonna play 2 chords in the song. But we'll do it nice and easy. So what I'll do is when I'm leading you, I'll play the F chord here, and then I'll play the C chord here. You don't do that. You can just hold it straight, but just as a visual for you to switch. All right, so let's start with the F chord. Ready? There you go. 1, 2, start on the F chord. Switch to the C chord. Back to the F chord. to the C chord. To the F chord. To the F chord. I didn't fool anybody. C chord, you guys are too sharp. F chord. C chord. F chord. C chord. F chord. C chord. F chord. C chord. F chord. What?
I told you.
So what I did, and this is a good way to practice, I started at a slow speed and got comfortable switching between the chords. And then once I felt comfortable that I could switch smoothly, then I speed it up a little. And then once I get comfortable with that, I'll speed it up a little more. Okay? So that's a good way to learn how to switch the chords. So that's a good way to practice it at home. Okay? So let's do a song with just the F and the C chord. This song is called There Ain't No Bugs on Me. Okay, now there ain't no bugs on me. There may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. I think they made this into like a flea prevention commercial or something. But it's really quite an old song. And it's a silly song. It's got a bunch of puns in it. And it has a zillion verses. It goes on and on and on and on. But we'll just do a few of them. There's another song you might have heard called It Ain't Gonna Rain No More, No More. It ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck when it ain't gonna rain no more? Same song. Same song.
I see my kids like, oh, G, it's up to my knee. Oh, fiddle, it's up to my middle.
Yeah.
Oh, heck, it's up to my neck.
That-
Then you say, oh, dread, I guess I'll go back to bed.
There you go. There you go. So all this, let me show you, I'll play the chorus for you so you know how it goes. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no C chord bugs on me. There may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. That's the way the song goes. Whole song. So it just switches between F and C. And what's nice, when you're playing a 2-chord song, sometimes you get mixed up and you're on the wrong chord. Just wait a little bit and then you'll be on the right chord. It's great. Okay? So if you get stuck on the wrong chord, just hang in there because you'll be on the right chord pretty soon. So let's get ready with our F chord. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, F chord. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs, C, on me. There may be bugs on some of you bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. Back to the F. Well, the Judy bug comes in the month of June. Lightning bug comes C in May. The bed bug comes any old time, but he ain't gonna have to stay. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs, C, on me. There may be bugs on some of you bugs. There ain't no bugs, F, on me. Can you hear where it's going to switch now? You hear it? So I'm not going to yell out F and C anymore. Here we go. Well, a peanut was sitting on a railroad track. His heart was all a-flutter. Along came a choo-choo down the track. He said, toot, toot, peanut butter. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs on me. There may be bugs on some of you bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. Yeah, we had a cat down on the farm. She ate a ball of yarn. And when the baby kittens were born, they all had sweaters on. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs on me. There may be bugs on some of you bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. I got another one for you. A doctor fell into the well. He broke his collarbone. I think he should tend to the sick and leave the well alone. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs on me. There may be bugs on some of you bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. I got one more for you. Well, little bugs have even littler bugs on their backs to bite them. And little bugs have even littler bugs, and so ad infinitum. Well, there ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs on me. There may be bugs on some of you bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. And on the F. Oh, great.
Oh.
Ah,
And
do you have any bugs?
now,
Okay, good.
look at this.
Is it your finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, well it'll be a little sore. You'll play a little bit, toughing them up. If right now, if it's hurting too much, you can just pretend to put your fingers down if you want, just so you practice having them in the right place. How's anybody else's fingers doing? Okay? No one's fingers fallen off yet. Okay, well then we gotta work a little harder.
I know.
Let's do this one. Now this is gonna switch from the F to what chord?
C7.
C7, so it's a little bit different. But in a way, it's a little bit easier to switch to the C7th. Why would you think?
Because you're just moving the one thing.
Absolutely. You're just moving over one string, right? So rather than going from here to here, you're going from here to here. Okay? Here, and then you're just going to take this finger and move it right over there. So this one has a little rhythm part in it though. Let me show you how it goes. It goes, well, the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay? So, if we weren't playing the ukulele, we'd clap. But it's kind of hard to clap and play the ukulele at the same time. So what I want you to do is just tap on the ukulele. Now don't beat on the ukulele, right? You can just go. I had a little girl yesterday that was out in Grand Ledge. She was just getting so into it. She just started whacking. Calm down, hey. Calm down, come on. So So let's try that. So here's what we'll have to do. We'll have to go, the stars at night and bright, deep in, back to the F of Texas. All right, so again, I'll do the F here and the C7th like this. Let's see if we can get that little percussion part in there. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, start on the F chord. Oh, your index finger, look at your index finger. There you go. Here we go. Well, the stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart, C7th of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas, the sage in bloom is like perfume. Deep in the heart of Texas, reminds me of the one I love. Deep in the heart of Texas, the coyotes wail all along the trail. Deep in the heart of Texas, the rabbits rush around the brush. Deep in the heart of Texas, the cowboys cry, yippee-yi. Deep in the heart of Texas, the doggies bawl and bawl and bawl. Deep in the heart of Texas, everybody, and I'm so impressed the way we all end together.
Just wow.
It's what?
Wow. Just wow.
Wow, just wow. Just like, wow, man. All right, cool. You guys are doing good. What do we got? Oh, 7 minutes. Let's see. Let's do one other song with the C and the F. Let's do Pay Me My Money Down. Okay? Again, just 2 chords, C and the F chord, or F and the C chord. This one goes like this. Well, I thought I heard my captain say, pay me my money down. Tomorrow is our sailing day. Pay me my money down. You pay me, you owe me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Okay? It's kind of an old traditional song, although people have done it recently. Springsteen did it on one of his CDs, on his folk music CD. And a lot of people have done it recently too, but it's kind of an old traditional song. It might have even come from, I don't know, it might even come from England or something. I'm not sure, but it's kind of a fun song. And there's a whole bunch of verses people have written to this one too. So let's give it a try. F and the C chord. Ready? 1, 2, start on the F chord. And we're doing a little bit faster. Well, I thought I heard my captain say, pay me, see my money down. Tomorrow is our sailing day. Pay me my money down. You pay me, owe me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. As soon as the boat was clear of the bar, pay me my money down. Knock me down with the end of a spar. Pay me my money down. You pay me, you owe me. You pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. If I'd have been a rich man's son, pay me my money down. I'd sit by the river and watch it run. Pay me my money down. You pay me, you owe me. You pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. All right. I think that's pretty good. How's everybody's fingers feeling? Little tingly. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, so since you guys checked out ukuleles, you can bring them home. You can work on the C, F, the C7th chord. We've got Jenna did a video of this, which is going to get posted on the YouTube page from the library in a couple days, and you can watch it and work on it. So I want you to work on those chords, the up and down strum, and then what we're going to work on next week is the G7th chord, which is a 3-finger chord. So it's a little bit harder than even the F chord, but the F chord's a good foundation for learning to play the G7 chord. And then you'll know 3 chords, and when you learn 3 chords, you can play like practically every song there is, right? 3 chords in the truth, right? Right? Right. Yeah, yeah. So, so what I'm going to do, did I get everybody's email addresses?
It's on the form when we sign it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do tonight or tomorrow morning is I'll email you all and I'll attach the materials that we're using. But when we're in class, I just soon project them because then we all have our heads up and are watching. So, all right. Well, any questions before we quit here? Just take good care of your ukulele, okay? And tuning.
Don't let your brother play with it.
Tuning is I have, well, here it is. I use like a little clip-on tuner. You have one? Yeah. So you can buy these for like $10, $15 at Elderly Instruments or whatever. Or there's websites you can go online where you can match the pitch, or there's apps on your phone. There's all kinds of ways you can tune it. But assuming you're going to stick with it, I do recommend getting a tuner. And with a very special holiday coming up soon, might be a good time to ask for your own ukulele. And a tuner and a case and.